Last lap, what a fight back by the Italian in the Ferrari. But now he maybe overcooks it into one.
Well, Winkelhock is just really fighting that race car, boys. It is hurt. He said the steering is askew, but he's given it 1,000,000% right now. Can he do anything on this infield section? Pierre Guidi defends the inside line.
Trying for the up and under there, Calvin, which of course is very difficult to do. And they are literally
here we
side
go.
by side.
Here we go.
Through
It's
the
a drag
kink.
race. Here comes the kink, a high-speed left-hander.
Is the Audi going to survive the outside move?
No, he's off. He's off.
Did he get shoved off?
He didn't leave him any room, that's for sure.
And nor should he have done, Dorsey.
No, he
That was
shouldn't have.
absolutely, that was racing.
And I don't think they touched. I just think he did what he had to do.
It's a brave move, but it's going to be tough to pull off.
Meanwhile, through NASCAR 3 and 4 for the final time, it will be close. Not the closest ever, but still a tremendous run to the finish for the top two cars. And João Barbosa will take Action Express to victory lane in the Rolex 24 for the second time since 2010. Christian
Awesome
Fittipaldi leading the celebrations. Wow.
What a motor race. That was
clear.
Well, the 5 has been plenty fast today.
beautiful execution of this race, Bob.
And such a dramatic start through all the chaos, all the contact, all the yellow flags, not only for race cars, but for the track itself. But João Barbosa will bring it home with Christian Fittipaldi in a victory at Indianapolis for Action Express.
Christian will be so pumped.
How cool is that?
Yeah, his Uncle Emo got a couple of victories here in a single-seater, and now he's got one in a sports car.
Leader João Barbosa coming to the checkered flag through turn 14 one last time and up the hill. Action Express will take another victory, and most importantly, they win at Road America and extend a championship points lead.
Another astonishing performance. There's the white flag over João Barbosa in the Mustang sampling Action Express Corvette Daytona prototype. Gary Nelson, the team manager for this team, says expect to win. He said doesn't mean we're always going to, but you go in with that attitude, and how often they do win as they continue their incredible streak of completing every racing lap thus far in the history of the Tudor United Sports Car Championship.
That streak is now over 10,000 miles. They hit that on about lap 150 here this evening, so the streak continues, and it is an amazing one. And the sister car, the 31 car, is going to have a top 5 run here tonight. Dan Cameron behind the wheel of that race car, and they've had a lot of pace. Just had that one snafu on a pit stop. Otherwise, they could have been on the podium potentially as well.
Tom Kimber-Smith just went under the white flag as well in his number 52 prototype challenge car. What a magnificent run for them as well. Flashing his lights just as aggressively as João is at the front.
Well, he's got to take a page out of Colin Brown's book. Remember, Colin had the lead of the PC class at Daytona and ran afoul of a prototype machine in the closing minutes, so he doesn't want to do the same thing. He's got a nice lead of 14 seconds. Plenty of cushion there not to take any chances for Tom Kimber-Smith.
This has been a beautiful drive, if I could say that. It's a beautiful drive for the number 5 in every way, from every member.
Yep.
Team, mechanic, everybody. Fantastic.
Bring it home nice and easy. And João Barbosa has plenty of margin to do that. Not since 1965 has a Chevrolet-powered race car taken victory here at the 12 Hours of Sebring. That was the immortal Chaparral 2 Chevrolet in the hands of Jim Hall and Hap Sharp. That car is here this weekend. Now the drought ends for Chevrolet as they sweep 4 of the top 5 positions, including victory at Sebring.
The lead lap right now, and BMW has 2, so they're going to see if they can't hunt him down. But quite honestly, I mean, Nick Tandy looks like he's unstoppable.
Well, but with the yellow and the kind of mileage they're getting, we don't have a great feel for what the windows are here. And then you throw yellow into there, and it burns up clock a lot faster than it burns up gas. So I was a little surprised that we didn't see Barbosa and Dixon and those guys come in. So they must feel like they can make it on one more, too.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. And certainly the yellow, every time we go back to full course caution, you've got to go back to the notes, pull out the calculator again, and figure out what it is that you want to do, because the complexion of the race changes every time the yellow flies.
We said it at the top. This is one of those races in the rain you cannot. The strategists will be working literally lap to on alternative plans and seeing where their guys are. They've probably got a good read now on the lap time and the fuel. Obviously, that's an easy calculation for them. And they know the lap times these guys have been running. But
so the right side of most of these cars will be sandblasted by the jet dryer. By the time things over with, as much as it's been used, it looks like a fire hose as it blows the water across the racetrack. But I'll tell you what, it's been invaluable today, especially in the places like we saw down in the S's and there in turn 12, trying to get that water out of the way. Not sure that there's another tool that they have at their disposal that's any better. We saw them use the brush to try to move it off the apex curbings, and then the jet dryer was right behind to continue the push across the racetrack.
yeah, if we were slightly further more south, I think, on the coast, when you watch a NASCAR race, they have like 6 of them in a row in tandem, and that would be a handy thing right now.
So that's the overall leaderboard. And no, your eyes were not deceiving you. It was GTLM cars in first and second. Look a little bit further down the order. You can look back to the prototype challenge battle. We just saw the problems that Alex Popov had. That allowed the 52 to move to the front and through the rest of the field. 007 being back there well down in the order in GT Daytona. That could be very good news for the 63 of Bill Sweedler and Townsend Bell. I'll look through the rest of the field, and I'll look down the very soggy racetrack here at Road Atlanta, the 18th running of Petit Le Mans. We're going to take a break, but there's more to come from here at Road Atlanta. Make sure you stay with us.
We have one of our pit guys ask one of the prototypes. One of the prototypes give us an idea what a wet fuel window is.
Just as impressive as the drivers who show their skill around this racetrack, I'm impressed with these people. Not only is he here, but look, he can have a fire when it's raining.
He's got drier feet than the people in the pit lane right now.
Well, he has drier feet than Sebastian Bourdais. Remember, Bourdais was talking about the water leaking in. There's a hi to you as well.
And he somehow knows he's on TV. He's got a TV in there?
He's looking at the monitor. He's looking at the Jumbotron they have.
I think he had a cooler
there.
in there, that's for sure. But look at the fans. That's the thing that's great about this event. It has turned into it's not just a race, it's an event. And the crowds come here year after year after year. It's been built up over the years, and they just keep coming. They stand in the rain, the shine, the heat, the cold. They've been here through it all, and they come back every year.
And today they can't get out.
Those guys
that's fine.
Those guys talk about how tough those Mutter races are.
Yeah.
10 hours of rain at Petit with 12 beers. Those guys are tougher.
yeah, exactly.
And the checkered flag waves. The 18th annual Petit Le Mans is done. It's over. Nick Tandy in a GTLM Porsche has won Petit Le Mans.
Has he got the news yet?
I don't know that he knew.
Oh, my gosh.
He's just now being told.
So what we thought was a genius move, ducking into the pits for fuel, ends up costing the 31 the title.
Think about the championship complexion and how it changed with the pit stop for the 31. Joao Barbosa, Christian Fittipaldi will win the Drivers' Championship for the second year in a row.
And hang on to that second position. Pla really has nothing to lose. A, he's not in the big picture of the championship anyway, and the 60 car isn't either. So I'm sure Mike Shank is just saying do everything you can with 1 lap to go.
Indeed, White is out. There's Cameron. There is Pla on well-used Continental tires.
Well, Mike Shank said to Jamie, Dane keeps parking us. If something happens, so be it. He's got the warning, and you wonder what he's saying to Olivier Pla on the radio at the same time. Is he giving the same message to his driver in terms of just go for it? There's half a hole, try and shoot the gap. Traffic up ahead.
Oh boy, last lap.
Turn a BMW in front that Dane Cameron won a championship with. He commits to the outside. Just reading the traffic perfectly. Here comes Westy.
Looking for his white flag. 5.6 seconds in hand over teammate Joey Hand.
After a slow start to the year, suddenly this Ford GT has come to life. Won at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, had the sensational win at Le Mans. Can they make it 3 victories in a row?
And Westbrook has just been magic in that car this weekend. Of course, he's gotten plenty of seat time.
Joey Hand just laid down a 41.27, fastest lap of the race as he chases his teammate. Could have been a question of what if he'd cleared Oberlin a little bit sooner. Could he ever chase down Westbrook? He just pips by 100th of a second. Westbrook for fastest lap of the race.
And there's your GT Daytona battle. Ball's on over Lally. And here we go. Barbosa, the checker flag flies. Cameron got a lot closer than he had been because of some traffic, but it wasn't enough. That last lap, that ended up 0.7 of a second, the official margin of victory at this point.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's really took the sting out of this battle because he was right there.
White flag, 1 to go here at the 6 hours of the Glen. There is Simpson, second in the overall and prototype run order, right behind him. That's gone out now.
Yeah. Oh, still in Balzan though. He's pushing hard.
Yeah, he's closed that margin up. It went down to under a second last time by, up to 1.2, and it looks like he's trimmed some of that back once again.
Yeah, Lally seems to have his measure right now. What a change of fortune for this group. I mean, they've had pace. They led early in the rain at Daytona opening round with this debut of this car. Showed signs at Detroit, looked like they had a good run there, and then Siegel got taken out in that last lap, last corner mess. But suddenly, on the verge of 2 in a row.
Every once in a while, you go to a shaker rig or a test and you just find something that is a quantum leap, and it certainly seems that's what may have happened for Mike Shank Racing.
Barbosa, what a record. I think this will be 4 out of 6 years if he can bring it home. 4 victories, that is.
Yeah, in many ways, he has been the man here at Glen in recent years.
2 corners to go.
Like Christian Fittipaldi, absolutely praised. Here we go onto the front straight. And again, Cadillac, another win. Cadillac wins at the Glen. A great run by JDC Miller Motorsports to second as the Mustang Sampling Cadillac crew celebrates. BMW gets their first win of the season at Watkins Glen International Raceway, chased by the Ford.
Garcia, great result there. Podium run for the number 3 car. That's a great bounce back.
And the battle is on here in GT Daytona. Balzan has closed up that margin. He has really got a good run going here with about 1/3 of a lap to go into the heel of the boot. Making the climb up to turn number 9. What a story this will be. Will Acura be able to pull off 2 straight wins? Balzan, of course, big picture thinking they will handily be the point leader at this point. Out of the last turn, Lally absolutely flawless. The pressure from Balzan not enough, and Acura gets their 2nd in a row at Watkins Glen. Andy Lally and Catherine Legg, impressive. And there's the 38, keeping their win streak alive. 5 straight wins in Prototype Challenge for Performance Tech Racing.
Perfect season.
Wow.
Continues for that group, not for the 10. What a battle. Congratulations, Catherine Lake. She was awesome today. Just a great effort there, Alex Sims. That was a great performance, mate. Really, really cool under pressure. Andy Lally knows how to do this. This is his 4th win at Watkins Glen.
Yeah, this is home. And there is Raul Barbosa, his 7th win in the championship, but 4th here.
Towards the max there, and any more time on that engine, every other time it rolls over, every other RPM. I don't understand it.
I don't either. I'm with you.
Well, cake is baked now.
Well,
see what happens. Flair for the dramatic.
GTLM, Ryan Briscoe continues to lead. Bortolotti still in GT Daytona. He's got 16 seconds plus over Alvaro Parent.
Maybe they're just trying to extend that record, Brian.
Distance. Just making another lap, another 3.5 miles. Wow. Just wow.
Great redemption for Felipe Albuquerque. Could easily be celebrating back-to-back.
Well, hang on a second.
Yeah.
My palms are sweating sitting here. I can't even imagine what the crew is going through on the stand. The 67 has just taken the white flag. But for Felipe Albuquerque, he's just got to make it through Speedway 3 and 4, and he will have some redemption for that loss in 2017. Felipe Albuquerque, Mustang Sampling, Cadillac. They're going to win the Rolex 24 at Daytona. It's a 2nd win for the rest of the team, actually a 3rd win. And for Felipe Albuquerque, his 1st win at the Rolex 24. Mustang Sampling and Cadillac celebrate.
2 in a row for Cadillac, following up with Wayne Taylor Racing's victory last year. Ken Briscoe, hang on. 1-2 for Ford. Has been that way pretty much all day long, Tommy. What a dominant performance. Didn't expect to see that here this weekend.
No, we didn't. It actually was the 66 that led most of the time, to be honest, until the morning.
But go back to the text that we got yesterday from Dan Binks. Who did he say to keep their eye on?
Yeah, he ID'd the speed difference in the 1st hour.
Well, and I think you made a very good point. It's impressive enough to have one car have this kind of a run, but to have both of them absolute perfection and within just a few seconds of each other, that's remarkable.
Ford last year, it was the 66 that took the victory here. Ryan Briscoe looking to claim his 2nd class win here at the Rolex 24, and he will do such for Richard Westbrook. For Ford, they will celebrate the victory, and for Richard Westbrook, it will be his 1st Rolex 24 win. And Ryan Briscoe and Ford come across the line first in GT Le Mans at the Rolex 24.
And for Chip getting
white flag, Christian, white flag. job, Christian. Great job, guys.